Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Today I continue to talk about the Lotus Sutra. Today we talk about the second chapter. Like I want to remind you, the Lotus Sutra is the king of the sutra. That was the best sutra Buddha taught us near the end of his life. It's a accumulation of all the teaching before. Okay? And the good thing about the teaching is that Buddha reminds us of our ultimate nature. Our high nature is the Buddha nature. Because all the things he used before, he guides us gradually to that teaching. Like for example, you study arithmetic, geometry, algebra, all these things, trigonometry, gradually will lead you to calculus, to high math. If somebody teach you right away the calculus, you give up, get scared, you don't understand it. They said, what that? It doesn't make sense, it's too high for us, we cannot understand it. Or you learn English, somebody just first thing going, write you creative writing. Impossible. You have to learn the grammar, vocabulary, all the basic things, advance it. So that's the way Buddha is our wonderful teacher. He leads us to the higher learning. So the 28th chapter of Lotus Sutra is the highest level of teaching for us. So that way we know that we have our Buddha nature, our true nature. So the second chapter is the expedient means. What it means, Buddha used different meaning so to guide us. First, he teaches us to have three vehicles, three levels. And we'll say, why you have three levels of teaching? The end of the education already. And people in the practice, they reach a nirvana. That means, like people believe that the end point of the teaching, we reach a nirvana. That means like a paradise thing, and that's it, we don't need any more. So when Sariputta, the high disciple of Buddha, asked him, please expand your teaching, he said no, he refused it. And after the third time, he agreed, he said, because you demanded, you asked me again and again, so now I agree to teach you a little bit high level. So listen carefully what you're teaching you, okay? He said the reason I don't want to teach it, because I don't want to scare the people. And if I scare the people, they don't want to listen. They give up, or they have a blasphemy. They said, that's unreal. Buddha teach something, it's not true, it's false. It's loud, and they call it fake news, It's a fake. So we don't believe it. So he said, no, it's the expedient means I'm going to lead you. First, I teach you the first vehicle as Sravakas, the voice hearer. And the voice hearer, that's the one by the time Buddha is living. He teaches the people, and the people, they hear that. They reach the level, and they go up until they get the arhat level. That means the worthy level. They said, that's it. I'm the worthy people. I'm the highest learner, and I reach nirvana. That's it. I don't go anywhere. So when he want to teach the Lotus Sutra, 5,000 monks and nuns, they get up, they left, they bowed to the Buddha and said, you teach us, that's enough for us. We reached that level. We reached the nirvana. We don't want to believe anything more. Anything, it's not needed for us. So they left. Buddha said this one. So to Sariputta, I said, okay, now you're a good Sikh. You're the good disciple. You want to learn. I teach you more. So let these people, they leave. There's no problem. They don't want to hear anymore. That's fine. Okay? They thought they reached their level already. They didn't need any more learning. Like when you finish education, they said, I finished 12th grade. I finished my education. I don't need to go to college. College, it's a waste of time, waste money for my parents, okay? Why I have to go to college? Okay? So I don't want to go. It reached my level. 12th grade is enough for me. Some people they said, oh, I get the undergraduate and the bachelor degree. That's enough for me already. I get the college level. I don't want to go to higher level, to graduate school. That's a waste of time and money. So Buddha says that. That's the reason why I don't want to teach it. If I teach it, they don't believe it, or they get scared. And if they scare, they have no respect for the teaching, for the sutra. It's not good for them. It'll be a blasphemy. Okay? So he said, okay, now, you want to learn? I teach it. Okay? So the first vehicle in Sabraska, the voice hearer, okay, they reach that level. The second level is the Pratyabhuka Buddha. That's the one they learn by themselves. They learn the 12 origination. So they reach that level. But these people, they just study for themselves. They reach that level. They don't help anybody. They are small vehicle. They can carry only themselves. They cannot help the other people. So you're the people, you're a very good student. I study for myself. I get the degree. That's enough. I get a job. I make money. That's it. I don't want to help anymore. But you said, no, I want to go to a higher level. So later on, I become a teacher. I become a professor. I can help those people to study. I help society more. Instead of just making a living for myself, to buy car, to buy house, to pay for my family. No, besides that, I want to help. I want to teach. I want to contribute more to society. So we go to third level, the Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is the type they study. They postpone their enlightenment. They said, I don't want, to get enlightenment, to become Buddha. I want to turn around to help my people so they can benefit from my study, so they can advance like me. When they reach a level as Bodhisattva enlightenment, then I go further, I become a Buddha. So they have become a big vehicle. It's a big vehicle. You can transport more people. Instead only yourself, you carry a lot of people. Instead of some small car, just only one seat car, or on a motorcycle. You said, no, I gave a big car, a bus, so I can transport more people. So that's the big vehicle. That's the reason why we have, before they call a small vehicle and the great vehicle. And they have a pejorative term, they call Hyana and Mahayana. It's not that. The Hyana people, they have a good intention too, okay? But their practice is limited, okay? In the Mahayana, it's open door, project open door school. They admit more students in, and they believe it. Not only monk can get enlightenment, but nun can get enlightenment, and lay people can get enlightenment, okay? They said lay people, they're good, they practice, they can get enlightenment, they can reach the level of Buddha. It doesn't have to be monastic people only. That's a very, very limited, and it's not true. Buddha never said that. In the story you see, Buddha opened door to everybody, any level, okay? No discrimination whatsoever. No gender discrimination, no age discrimination, no class discrimination. Only yourself, the merit, you want to do it. You practice it, you reach that level. So on the experience means that's the reason why Buddha have so many vehicles. At the end he said, no, every one vehicle, that's the Buddhahood. That means you can reach that level like me. He say this one, I'm the Buddha. You are the Buddha in the future. Is that true? Because you have a Buddha nature like him, okay? He appeared to this world as a normal human being. He did that to show to us that by your effort, by your practice, you can reach my level. If you appear as a deity, if Buddha, if the Prince Siddhartha, he appeared like a deity, like a Sakyamuni Buddha. He said, no, he's a saint, he's a bodhisattva, he's higher than me. He can do it because he's the bodhisattva. But he said, no, I appear like you. I have a human body, I suffer too, I age, I get married, I do everything, and then I give up, I become a poor monk, and gradually I advance, I reach that level. So he used that to show us that he can do it, okay? Like in Christianity too, Jesus Christ appeared like a human being, and then he died too. He suffered. He showed to people that I'm a human being like you. I'm no different, okay? But if you make different, make appear as a deity, you said no. He's a special. He's not like me. He's a super being. No. Now he's a normal being. So if he's a normal being, he can do it. I can do it. Okay? That's the experience means. It's very pretty. It's a good teaching. He teach, and that time in a form of verse. Because why verse? Because it's easy to memorize it. You know, when you learn a song, you learn a poem, it's easier to remember than the prose. The prose is a long format, the writing. Sometimes it's too much and it's very difficult to memorize it. The verse version is very easy to memorize. It's, very joyful. So that time, everything by oral, verbal teaching. So the people learn it. So after that, after the second or third century, they put in writing. They put in writing so they transfer from one generation to the next. Before, the people, they practice, they have a lot of devotion and they have good memory, like Ananda. He have a fantastic memory, okay? He have the photographic memory. So I teach people, I said, I have photographic memory too, but I have no film, okay? I have a camera, but I have no film. So that's my missing thing, Everybody, all of us have a photographic memory, but I have no film, that's all, okay? So we try so understand the Lotus Sutra. It's good for us. It's an excellent sutra, and from the part of next week, we start to do the chanting in the Lotus Sutra. Sometimes it's very long, but I will work with Master Quang. We try to get the form. It's not that long for you. It may be in the verse form, so easier to practice it, to do it, so to understand it. That's the meaning. Because the Lotus Sutra have two dimensions. One dimension is a mundane dimension. It's like a historical dimension. The other one, ultimate dimension, it's a little bit difficult. You have to use your imagination, you have to use your devotion to understand, to believe it. In Buddhism, we said, first, you have to accept it, and then uphold it, and then you recite it, and then you teach, okay? Like in medicine, we say that, see one, do one, teach one. When you first come to medicine, we follow the intern, the resident, or the attending physician. We see it, they do it, we learn it, and then we do it, and they watch us if we do it correctly. they help us, and then after that, we become good, we turn around, we teach the younger member of the school, okay? Like we in the third year, fourth year, we teach the first year or the second year. We become resident, we turn around, we teach the intern, okay? And we get with that. And we are attending physician, we turn the resident and that we go with. So the teaching. See, in Buddhism, the same thing. We try to do it, okay? We try to help each other. We understand better. The practice Buddhism is not a practice just for yourself. You need to practice everybody. You benefit the other people, okay? In Buddhism, Buddha say this one, you have to help yourself first before you can help the other people. How do you help yourself? You take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and then spiritually. You become a good person. And then you example. You teach by different way, verbal teaching or physical teaching. You example. The people, they see it. Your friend, they see it. Your loved one, they see it. They change it because you give them the good example. Okay? That teaching is more important than the verbal teaching. Sometimes the verbal teaching, we are a little bit like a hypocrite. Okay? We do want something, we say something, we do different thing. Okay? So if we do it, we do the good way, the people learn better. And we talk little, but our example is the teaching. Okay? Buddha do a lot of good teaching for us that way. On his life, his example. Okay? He practiced love, and give love. Okay? And he never have any hate or any resentment. Devadatta is the bad guy. He's a horrible guy. He tried to hurt Buddha. Okay? First, he was a very good disciple, very good monk, but he becomes so jealous. He wants to be the head monk. He wants to compete with all people, the head monk. He gets angry because he's related to Buddha. Why Buddha didn't make him the head monk? Make the other monk like Kashyapa, okay? Like Ananda, like all these things, higher than them. So he turned around, he betrayed Buddha. And even he wanted to kill him. But Buddha never hated him. Buddha turned around and said, he's my teacher. He teach me how to be a good monk. You see, that's a wonderful thing. And never have a hate, never resentment, never say that, oh, he's an evil guy, he's terrible. We need to punish him, we need to do something against him. No, he didn't do it. So in Buddhism, you learn how to love. Okay? Love, Buddha say this one, hatred generate more hatred. Violence generate more violence. Only love stop hatred. And you learn that. It's true. It's very true. Okay? Like this country, okay? If you compare the other country, we are very much respected and loved. The reason why, because we help a lot the other country. Okay? I go to the other countries, so I see we need help. You see a lot. We're not perfect. We're not 100% perfect. But really, compared to the other country, we're much higher. People here, 80% they're good. 20% they're not good. But 80% they're good. And they turn around the help. Every time you hear the disaster in the world, everywhere, we have American aid coming there. Under every reform act. Like right now, okay, the COVID, the pandemic, we send 100,000 of those vaccines to all the country because we want them to be well. We want to protect them. So the idea is a wonderful idea. I listened to one man, he said, the vaccination, not to protect ourselves, it's protect society, protect the other people. So you get that vaccination for yourself. What it means? It means you protect your family, you protect your loved one, you protect society, not only for yourself. So the people, they refuse the vaccination. They hurt the society. They hurt the other people. They didn't see it. That's a selfish act. Okay? And the taking the vaccination is the altruist act. Okay? You protect yourself and you protect the other people. It's a wonderful thing. But these young people, they're so narrow-minded. They don't understand it. They thought it's political. It's that I don't believe it. I don't want shot. I'm scared of shot. I have a side effect. All the fake news that. A lot of people, they ask me, the immunization killed me. I said, no. Look at the polio. Before, I said, how many kids have polio? After vaccination, no polio. How about the smallpox? After vaccination smallpox, no smallpox anymore. So, really, vaccines help, okay? You don't believe it. You said you don't believe in smallpox vaccine. You still have the smallpox here killed million people. Even the flu vaccine. You look, the flu before killed how many million people in Europe? After the flu vaccine, we have a few deaths only. We still have deaths, but not like before. Okay, so that's the thing we learn about Buddhism, about love, about serving your people. Buddha say that you practice Buddhism by helping your fellow people. Okay, not only chanting, not only going to the temple, but serving your fellow people. Love, practice love, loving kindness, loving compassion. So today I talked about the second chapter about expedient means, okay? And we just go every week, we go to one chapter, and from next week we start chanting the Lotus Sutra, okay? Our main sutra. That's a wonderful sutra. You'll love it, you'll like it, okay? That's my talking today about the second chapter, the expedient means of the Lotus Sutra. If anybody have any question, I try to answer your question. If you have no question, we go to the transfer the merit and we go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Any positive karmic action we accomplish today, you want to transfer to every day and wish them the alignment. Inviting the bell. Body, speech, and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, this wonderful sound bring me back to my true home. Incense offering. In gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddha and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it opening verse. The incense in the censer now is burning. All the Dharma realm in every place, auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling, as all Buddhas now show their perfect body. Homage to the incense cloud canopy, Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattva. Verses for bowing. We bow together. Homage to the eternally abiding Buddha, the supreme Dharma, and sage of the Sangha throughout the Dharma and the realm of empty space and three periods of time. Homage to the fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honored future Buddha, Maitreya, great wisdom Bodhisattva, universal great conduct Bodhisattva, all Dharma guarding Deva Bodhisattva, and the glorious mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate bliss, Avalokiteshvara, great compassion Bodhisattva, great strength Bodhisattva, restore great vow Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure Sila Bodhisattva. Please sit down. The great compassion mantra. Namo.
Great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo. Great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo. Great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Namo Ratnatrayaya, Namo Arya Palokiteshvaraya, Bodhisattva
Om Avaloke Lokate Karati Nihiri Mahabodhisattva Sarva Sarva Madamada Mahi Mahi Hridayam Kuru Kuru Karmam Doro Doro Vishati Mahavishati Dara Dara Dirini Shvaraya Chara Chara Mama Vimara Muktalehi Shina Shina Asham Rashari Vishva Vishvam Rashaya Holo Holo Mara Holo Holo He Sara Sara Siri Siri Soro Soro Bodhiya Bodhiya Bodhaya Bodhaya Maitreya Narakindi Drishanina Vayamana Swaha Siddhaya Swaha Mahasiddhaya Swaha Siddhayogi Shvaraya Swaha Narakindi Swaha Maranara Swaha Sira Simha Mokaya Swaha Sarva Mahasiddhaya Swaha Chakra Siddhaya Swaha Padma Kasaya Swaha Narakindi Vagalaya Swaha Mavadi Sankaraya Swaha Namo Ratna Trayaya Namo Arya Palokite Shavaraya Swaha Om Siryanto Mantra Padaya Swaha.
The Dhamma Bodhi is bringing morning light in concentration. My heart is as peace, perhaps mine is born on my lips.
This is a new day and I vow to go through it in mindfulness. The sun of wisdom has risen, shining in every direction. Noble Sangha diligently bring your mind
Into
meditation. Namo Shakyamunaye Bodhaya. Namo Shakyamunaye Bodhaya. Namo Shakyamunaye Bodhaya.
Verses for opening the sutra. The unsurpassed
Profound and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of eons. I now see and hear, receive and uphold it, and I fathom the Tathagata's true meaning. Moni Buddha Namo Shakyamuni Buddha Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.
touching the earth, the one who bows
and the one who is bowed to are both by nature empty. Therefore the communication between them is inexpressibly perfect. Our practice center is the net of Indra, reflecting all Buddhas everywhere. suffering
light in the 10 directions, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Teaching
And living the way of awareness in the very midst of suffering and confusion, Shakyamuni Buddha, the awakened one, to whom we bow in gratitude.
cutting
Through ignorance, awakening our hearts and our minds, Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of great understanding, to whom we bow in gratitude.
working
Mindfully working joyfully for the sake of all beings, Samantabhadra, the Bodhisattva of great action, to whom we bow in gratitude.
responding
To suffering, serving beings in countless ways, Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of great compassion, to whom we bow in gratitude.
seed of
Awakening and loving kindness in children, sprouts, and all beings, Maitreya, the Buddha, to be, to whom it
showing the
way fearlessly and compassionately, the stream of all our ancestral teachers, to whom we bow gratitude.
the Dharma is
Deep and lovely, we now have a chance to see it and practice it.
realize its true meaning of the Pranaparamita. The Bodhisattva
Avalokita, while moving in the deep course of Prajnaparamita, shed light on the 5 skandhas and found them equally empty. After this penetration, he overcame ill-being. Listen, Shariputra, form is emptiness, emptiness is form, form is not other than emptiness, emptiness is not other than form. The same is true with feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increased nor decreasing. Therefore in emptiness there is neither form nor feelings, no perceptions nor mental formation, nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of, no realms of elements, no interdependent origins, and no extinction of them, no ill-being, no cause of ill-being, no end of ill-being, and no path, no understanding, no attainment. There is no attainment. The Bodhisattva's ground in Prajnaparamita, find no obstacles for their obstacles. They overcome fear, liberating themselves forever from illusion and realizing perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future arrive at Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore, mantra, the unequaled mantra, the destroyer being, the incorruptible truth, the mantra of Prajna Paramita should therefore be proclaimed. Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha.
Invoking the Bodhisattva's name, we invoke your name.
Avalokiteshvara, we aspire to learn your way of listening in order to help relieve the suffering in the world. You know how to listen in order to understand. We invoke your name in order to practice listening with all our attention and open-heartedness. We will sit and listen without any prejudice. We will sit and listen without judging or reacting. We will sit and listen in order to understand. We will sit and listen so attentively that we will be able to hear what the person is saying and also what is being left unsaid. We know that just by listening deeply, we already alleviate a great deal of pain and suffering in the other person.
We invoke your name,
Manjushri, we aspire to learn your way, which is to be still and to look deeply into the heart of things and into the hearts of people. We will look with all our attention and open-heartedness. We will look without judging or reacting. We will look deeply so that we will be able to and understand the permanent and selfless nature of all that is. We will practice your way of using the sword of understanding to cut through the bonds of suffering, thus freeing ourselves and other species.
we invoke
Your name, Samantabhadra, we aspire to practice your vow to act with the eyes and heart of compassion, to bring joy to one person in the morning and to ease the pain of one person in the afternoon. We know that the happiness of others is our own happiness, and we aspire to practice joy on the path of service. We know every word, every look, every action, and every smile can bring happiness to others. We know that if we practice wholeheartedly, we ourselves may become an inexhaustible source of peace and joy for our loved ones and for all species.
we invoke
Your name, Kshitigarbha, we aspire to learn your way of being present where there is darkness, suffering, oppression, and despair. So bring light, hope, relief, and liberation to those places we are
bow together. The three refuges. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and awareness. Dwelling in the refuge of Buddha, I clearly see the path of light and beauty in the world. Dwelling in the refuge of Dharma, I learn to open many doors on the path of transformation. Dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction. Taking refuge in the Buddha, in myself I aspire to help all people recognize their own awakened nature, realizing the mind of love, taking refuge in the Dharma. In myself I aspire to help all people fully master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberation, taking refuge in the Sangha. In myself I aspire to help all people build for both communities to embrace all beings and support their transformation. Sharing the merit, reciting the sutras, practicing the way of awareness, give rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, and numerous